All right, we are going to start off this semester doing some really basic coding stuff, and this is called binary coding, and I don't think this is anything that we have ever talked about before, so it's something new. And so with binary coding, this is a special code for the alphabet that computers use. And one thing about it is that the binary numbers are only 1 and 0. So every letter is a combination of 1 and 0s, and that's how computers are able to read the alphabet. So looking a little bit closer at the binary numbers, everything is 8 characters long, and like I already said, every character is either a 1 or a 0, and that's it. Now, something unique when we're just talking about letters, which is what we're worried about for this lesson, is that every letter starts with a 0. Therefore, as we do things today, we're going to cut that first 0 off because we know and the computer knows it starts with a 0. So we're going to have all of our stuff be 7 characters long. So, what is the binary alphabet? Here you go. Here is what it looks like. So you can see everything is just different. 1s and 0s, and I can honestly just say, just as I've looked at it, I haven't found like a rhyme or reason to how they did it. So just really, you're going to truly have to look up every letter when you need to know something like that. So here, let me see if I can move me out of the way. Okay, so here I want to see just a little practice with the binary alphabet. So looking at this code, so that means our word is 5 letters long. And what it is here. So you can tell the sub what you think it is. They do know the answer, so they'll let you know if you are getting the letters correct along the way. Alright, so now that you've gotten a little bit of practice with that, I'm going to go over your first assignment. And so for that, you're going to be given this orange paper, which is where you're writing down your stuff. And you will also have this yellow sheet that has your binary alphabet on it. So the first one, going pretty simple. It's just code your name, just your first name. So each line is each letter of your name. So like my first name is 4 letters long, so I would only have things written in the first 4 lines. So first letter of my name, S for Sarah. So I would write in this first box 101 0011, and then I'd go find the next letter in my name. So orange sheet, yellow sheet for your first activity, and I would say this shouldn't take you more than about 5 minutes because we do have a couple other things that we want to work on. All right, your next activity, for this one, it's a little bit different. You're only going to need this side that has the palm tree on it. And you see we have 12 lines of work that we're doing, and then 12 different codes down here. Now for this one, like I said, it's a little bit different. We're not focusing on letters for this one. We are trying to create a picture, code a picture essentially. So if I'm looking at number 1, it has 6 1s, 2 0s, and then 6 more 1s. So anytime you see a 1, you're going to color in the box. So I colored in 6 boxes. Then I had my 2 zeros. A 0 means I'm just going to skip it and leave it blank. Now, I would encourage you to fill in the boxes a little bit more because it's going to be hard to see the picture if you only do it the amount that I did. So then I have that done, and then I go down to number 2 and go to line 2 up there. And so for that one, I say I have 5 1s. So I'm going to color in 5 boxes, leave 3 blank, and then color in 5 more. So that is how this secret code works. You should have plenty of time to do this, but you do need to get to work right away and be working on that quietly. All right, the last thing you're going to work on, which this one you probably are not going to have time to finish, but it is the secret code. So now we're going back to being worried about what letters mean. So I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need my yellow sheet. And so you can see here on mine, once again, just like what we did, if it's colored in, that means it's the number 1. Anything left blank is zeros. So I just went and wrote it above it because I know I'm going to have to look at that and look at my yellow sheet and go back and forth until I find the letters. So to me, that was easiest in my mind because then I could see it. So I wrote that down, found it on my alphabet conversion, and it's the letter C. So I went ahead and wrote it here just because I'm not sure what my message is going to be. And so I didn't necessarily want to write it down here yet. So that's up to you if you want to put your letters here and then figure out the words, or if you want to put it down there. And then same thing with my second one. I wrote the numbers above it, did all that, looked at my conversion sheet and see that number 2 is a 0. So that's how that works. Like I said, you might not have time to get this done, but this is going back to those letters and decoding it.